What's poppin'? So subscribe and leave this comment. That's exactly what we gonna do. Before this video even start, I need y'all to like and comment and subscribe and tap the bell notification for more videos. What you mean? We blasting off just like a rocket ship. And know that I'm doing a giveaway where I'll be doing the artwork for 3 different people. All you gotta do is like a post that will be on my Instagram. Link will be in the description and tag 3 people in the comments below. Without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so boom. Another subscriber also asked me to make a Jaydayougin cover, so I'll be knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. We're gonna hop into Pro Knockout, and all pictures will be linked in the description. We're gonna load an image. This is the background that we're gonna be using. And then we're gonna load the image of Jaydayougin. He had this picture I found off of Instagram. He had a baby in his hand. I think that was his child. I just cropped out the baby because I wanted to use his face. I wanted to make a face cover. You can see I'm just placing it right now in the right way that I want it, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and save that. We're gonna load it back in, and we're gonna load the this black hole. You're gonna see what we're gonna do with it. I'm just gonna place it over his face. You can use one, but I want to use multiple. So after I did place that, you want to blend it, and you're gonna use the multiply option to get rid of that white stuff around the perimeter of it. So once you use the multiply option, then you're pretty much good right there. But I want to use more of the black holes because I want it to take up a large portion of his face, and I don't want it to be so much circular. So I do save it, and I'm gonna speed up the process right here. You can see I'm just doing what I did the first time. If you need to know what I did, just rewind the video and you'll see. But after that, you want to load into MagicEraser. Then we're gonna erase the black background, but because some of the person around it got erased, we're just gonna erase that as well. I sped up this process, but you're gonna see, don't worry, you're not missing out on nothing. Not missing out any important information. You can see that the inside of his face is now missing because that's the only part that I wanted to be gone. And I just cleaned up around the edges a little bit more. After you did that, you're pretty much done. You want to go ahead and save. And now we're going to load it back into Pro Knockout. But now we're going to load the original picture. You want to use the original picture. The reason is because now you want to load the skull on top of that original picture. And before the next step, you want to place it how you want it. And then we're going to slide over to effects, filter. And then we're going to slide over and then use the linear. Now we're going to load the picture that we just edited with MagicEraser. And now you see it's coming together now, and I know you're like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. But we're going to go into layers, and we're going to tap the skull so we can change it, and then we're going to use the moving tool. I just sped it up, and I'm just going to move it around till I find it in the right placement, and then go ahead and save. We're going to go back. We're going to load it back in one more time. Now you're going to see me load the scar, and we're going to place it over his head. Don't forget that all stock images will be in the description, link in the description. It will be by name. I think I had this one as forehead scar. We're going to slide over, and we're going to use the blend tool. Try to find a good blend for it. I was going to go with hard light, but I decided to go with source over. Alright, so boom. After that, you want to go ahead and save. Come out, load it in one more time, and we're going to load the blood. Now I'm going to show you what I do with this one. You're going to see that I just used all the blood images are going to be linked in the description. I used the blood, and I'm just going to cover around the perimeter of the scar. We're just going to use multiply again, so use multiply. We're just going to fix that blood in there. But you pretty much get the gist of it. Then the next steps that I do take is just adding blood all around it. I don't want to make this video super extra long, so I will speed up the process. You can see right there that that's what I'm doing. I'm just coming over and over again, putting the blood all over the perimeter and using the multiply tool in the blend option. It's just about placement right here. You just gotta find good placement. And boom. After that, you can go ahead and save. And then you're gonna load it in just one more time. And the reason we're gonna load it in is so that we can now scroll over to filter, and we're gonna add an effect to it. We're gonna use the fade to option, and then we're gonna save it. Alright, boom. Now we're out of Pro Knockout, and we're gonna head into PS Express. We're gonna load that image, and for my past subscribers, the ones that have been subscribing, you know we gotta add the clarity, sharpen, reduce luminance, just to bring out those outer edges, make it sharp and crispy. You can see it. Cover looks pretty good how it is already, but we're gonna do so much more to it. All right, so boom. You see, I'm just playing with the sharpen, so I get it how I want it. No, this is just about feel, but I am gonna go ahead and save that now. And now we're out of that. Up, get up, and then out in Snapseed. We're gonna load it in, and that's to add some grunge. Now I just play with the options a little bit. You can just pause the video to see the effects that I use, but they might not be the exact effects that you use. I mean, like the combination numbers, but you can just, change them up a little bit. But the ones that I use can be like a base, editing resume, so you can figure out where you want it to look on lines with that. But yeah, I'm just changing the texture strength, changing the filter overlay. Gotta look at it. Decided I wanted to bring the brightness down just a little bit. Playing around with the contrast. And then I play with the focal center size to see where I want the picture to focus on. When I move lower towards the bottom, you can see that it brings us some of the city lights, and when I move it up the top, it makes the city lights blur. The same thing goes for up and down. Either way I bring it, the opposite direction gets blurred. Alright, now I just look over it. I'm gonna use some selective, and that's just to make the shirt not as bright because it's super white. Light up his hair just a little bit. Now we're good. We're gonna go ahead and save that, and now we're gonna head on to Phonto. Alright, so we load the picture in. This is not a song, so I just decided to go with one of the names he go by, Baby 23. So that's what I was just going to put on it. Originally, I was going to put nothing at all, but now I'm looking for a font to use, and I'll leave the name of the font in the description. And if you want to know how to download the font, the link to that video will also be in the description. So you see, I'm just playing around with it. I decided to go with a little bit of the color of the blood for the logo. I decided to switch the colors around too. You're going to see that I do that. That's a good thing that you want to do usually when you're picking colors for the title of your song, you do want to use some of the cover colors that's already incorporated into the cover so it doesn't throw off anything. So that's why I use the sample tool a lot. But boom. Alright, so now we got Baby 23. That's how I wanted it. But we are going to make the text smaller because it is too big. As you start designing more, you tend not to want your title to be super huge, bulky, bulgy, because you know that people will be able to see it and know what it says. And smaller, and making it smaller just allows the cover to be witnessed more, and it doesn't take away from the cover. But boom. So now I'm just placing it how I want it. Place it right there in the center. So I count these little squares on the cover, and then that's how I line it up. But you want to come out of that, and then we're going to hop into PS Express. And you know we got to add some clarity, sharpen, reduce luminance. Yeah, that blood looks real realistic. Alright, so now, after that, I played with luminance a little bit more. And then save it. Boom. So we're going to head into Pro Knockout. We're going to load it. Now I got to load it with my logo. Load it with the parental advisory content. You get the GIF, and then we're just going to add those. You don't have to add a logo. If you're a designer, then yeah, go ahead and add a logo, but I'm adding my logo because, you know, it's my work. Then I'm also going to bring the parental advisory down. You don't have to use it in artwork. Some people think that you have to. Only if your the content of the song has cursing in it, cuss words, or you know, sexual content or whatever, then you add that so people are just aware. But if you're like making PG-13 content, then you don't have to use a parental advisory. That's why some song covers don't have them. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and save. Hop back into PS Express one last time. Last thing we're gonna do. And you can probably guess what that is. Adjustments. Think it was going slow right here. Yeah. We're gonna add some clarity. Play with that clarity just right. Then that sharpen. Oh, if you saw the lines on his shirt, oh, we had some reduced luminance, but yeah, if you saw the lines on his shirt, that was a rain effect that I did add. That link won't be in the description because I can't find it no more. I just added it for the time being. I did take it off, which you're going to see in the preview of the cover at the end of the video. So don't worry about that. But everything else do. Alright, so I did slide over. Boom. Now we really brought out those details. Save. And alright, so you're finished. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you like this video, tap the bell notification for more videos. And without further ado, leave suggestions in the comments, guys. Come on, I need y'all to talk to me. I'm trying to talk to y'all. Anyways, peace.